Russian and Ukrainian officials reported a fresh escalation in long-range attacks over the weekend as both sides pushed their air campaigns deeper into each other's territory. According to Kremenchuk Mayor Vitaly Malachetsky, Russian forces launched an overnight barrage on the central Ukrainian city, striking key infrastructure and triggering widespread power, water, and heating outages. Malachetsky said on social media that emergency crews were racing to repair the damage, adding that a full assessment would be released later. The strike comes amid Russia's intensified winter strategy of targeting Ukraine's energy grid to drain public morale and disrupt industry. A photograph shared by the mayor appeared to show a major blaze engulfing industrial facilities. Reuters noted it could not independently verify the extent of the damage, though Ukraine's Air Force repeatedly warned that Kremenchuk was under threat. On the Russian side, the Defense Ministry claimed its air units destroyed 77 Ukrainian drones overnight across several regions, including Crimea. Officials in the Rostov region said a power transmission tower was hit, leaving hundreds without electricity, though no injuries were reported. Moscow rarely confirms the true scale of successful Ukrainian strikes, but both countries have increasingly relied on long-range drones and missiles to hit oil depots, logistics hubs, and energy sites far from the front line. Ukrainian officials argue these operations are justified responses to Russia's continued bombardment of civilian energy networks ahead of winter. The latest exchange coincided with the largest overnight assault Ukraine has reported this season. Kyiv's military stated that Russia deployed over 650 drones and 51 missiles, hitting targets nationwide, including regions far from combat zones. At least 3 people were injured near Kyiv, and the national grid operator, Ukrenergo, said power facilities were once again the primary targets. Air raid sirens also sounded in eastern Poland, underscoring the regional spillover risks.
We will meet with the American delegation. At what level we will meet depends again on the signals we receive. If the signals are such that they provide the opportunity and chance for quick and global but swift decisions, then the level will be higher.
Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts in Miami showed little sign of progress. Talks between U.S. envoys and Ukrainian negotiators, part of a push by former President Donald Trump to end the war, have struggled to bridge major gaps on territory and security guarantees. Kyiv has resisted proposals that involve surrendering land for what it views as uncertain long-term protections, and there is no indication Moscow would accept Trump's suggested terms either.
What do you make of this? I mean, Europe's the enemy, you're the enemy.
No, I didn't read it like this. I actually read the European part. I haven't read the rest of it. Of course, there's a lot of criticism, but I think some of it is also true. If you look at Europe, it has been underestimating its own power towards Russia, for example. I mean, we should be more self-confident. That's for sure. And you know, U.S. is still our biggest ally, and there I read it as well that we are still the biggest ally, and it's in the interest of the United States as well that Europe lasts, and that we are really still the ally and working together for these things. I think we haven't always seen eye to eye on different topics, but I think the overall principle is still there. We are the biggest allies and we should stick together.
European officials, caught off guard by elements of Washington's new security strategy, have been working to remain involved. Speaking in Qatar, EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas played down tensions, emphasizing that despite disagreements, the U.S. is still our biggest ally, and that transatlantic unity remains essential.